They are talking about having two or three every year rivals for SEC teams. Now, I've already got my idea on University of Tennessee games. Now, I disagree with Caleb Calhoun, and I'm also one of those that I could care less about the national playoff. I get excited for it. I especially hope that Tennessee goes every year or gets a shot at it. But unlike Caleb Calhoun, I'm not going to kill certain rivalries, and I'm going to list you off five rivalries that Tennessee has had, their importance, and what it means to somebody who's been watching this sport for probably longer than Caleb Calhoun's been alive. So we're going to get into starting with number one all the way to number five, the list of five that I think that Tennessee needs to play. Hey folks, this is Paul with Redneck Sports. I want to thank you for viewing my video, and I want to give you one thought process. There was a famous coach at the University of Tennessee by the name of General Robert Neyland. He had 6 maxims, but number 2 maxim is what everybody should apply to their life. Play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That's how to live your life right there. Now, the first game that I am going to say that we need to keep, and it should be our number one game every year. I know most people go worst to best, but I'm starting out with the number one game that we need to keep every year, and that's Alabama. Yes, right now it is lopsided. We are, Tennessee has won 40, Alabama has won 60, and there have been 7 ties. We've been playing this game since 1901. November 28th, 1901 was the first time we played this game. It ended in a 6-6 tie. These two teams have been part of 3, count them, 3 conferences together. Currently the SEC. Before that, it was Southern Conference because Tennessee and Alabama are one of the originals in the Southern Conference. People don't remember that because, well, no, I don't think anybody's alive from when Southern Conference was a thing. And even before that, SIAA, the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Association. That was the granddaddy of them all for Southern sports. We're talking Clemson, we're talking Georgia Tech, we're talking John Heisman coached in this conference. This is how long we've been playing each other, and I think that the Alabama Tennessee game just means something more. Yes, they just came off of a 15 game winning streak from 2007 to 2021. That's more because of our athletic directors than it was our football teams. So we need to get back to this being a important game, and it is an important game even right now. But we need to quit having people say that we need to quit playing Alabama because we might lose and then lose our shot. No, the Alabama game just means more. Okay, my number 2 team that we need to keep as a rival is Vandy. And people are going, well, that's an easy win. That's why you want them. No, it really isn't. Now, mind you, yes, Tennessee's got it lopsided on this one. 81 wins to Vandy's 32 wins to 5 ties. And we've been playing this game since 1892. We tied them in 1900. We didn't beat them the first time until 1914. By the way, on that University of Tennessee team was a future Marine Corps commandant by the name of Clifton Bledsoe Cates. He was from Tiptonville, Tennessee, and this man was amazing. So, yeah, I'm kind of into this game, and also because Well, even though I didn't know, I don't think I ever got to see George Capico really do much for Tennessee. George Capico is another reason we need to keep this rivalry. George Capico was a halfback for the University of Tennessee, and then he came back and coached at Tennessee after he played some pro football. He's a 1969 inductee into the College Football Hall of Fame. Uh, he's out of West Virginia, Whipple, West Virginia. This man played football for the Army in World War II, coached by General Neyland after being coached in college. But George Capico came back and coached for the University of Tennessee. The reason why hated, he hated Vandy was because they would go out to try to hurt Tennessee players. They would go to, that was the thing back then, but because of the way they hurt players, Capico, when he came back, he drummed up the want to compete against Vandy. And I think we need to keep this ball legend as a person that we remember with this game. Here's a man that did everything in Tennessee. He coached, he played football, he was just a great player. So yeah, George Capigo and just the amount of time that we've been playing them, plus it's an in-state rivalry. Okay, the third team that I am going to say that we need to play every year, and part of this is because of a connection with a football coach. That would be Doug Dickey. Now, a lot of you folks that are younger than me may not remember when Doug Dickey was the uh, athletic director for Tennessee. He was athletic director for Tennessee from 1985 to 2002. But he coached Tennessee from 1964 to 1969. He coached Florida from 1970 to 1978. While he was in college, he played as a defensive back and quarterback in 1951 and 1953 for Florida. He's from Vermillion, South Dakota, but he has ties to both schools. Now, Dickey went to Florida. They were at the time. Now, also, by the way, Tennessee right now is in the losing side of this. It's 22 wins for Tennessee, 32 wins for Florida. That's because we just came off of one of those longest losing streak situations. From 2005 to 2015, we lost to Florida. We have had 10-game winning. We did have a 10-game winning streak there for a while, but we've got to get back to that. And this is one of those that we can catch back up on. But with Doug Dickey, I mean, this is a big deal. I mean, we got connections to each other. Now, Dickey is credited with starting three Tennessee football traditions that endure today. He placed the iconic Power 2 decal on the sides of Tennessee volunteer helmets, had the Neyland Stadium end zones painted in an orange and white checkerboard, and originated the Pride of the Southland marching band's T formation. That's at the beginning of the game where the T, yes, that was Doug Dickey. Um, he became the head coach at Florida in 1970. In his 9 seasons as Florida coach, Dickey led the Gators to 4 bowl games and an overall record of 58, 43, and 2. He gave the Gators former Heisman winning quarterback Steve Spurrier his first coaching job as Gators quarterbacks coach in 1978. Dickey did not achieve the same level of success that he had at Tennessee, and he ended up being replaced. But I mean, here's a man that had 104, 58, and 6. That's his coaching record right there. 2 SEC championships, 1967, 69. 4-time SEC Coach of the Year, Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame, and Florida Hall of Fame, and College Football Hall of Fame. This is a strong tie between the two schools. And I honestly think that this is a third school that we need to keep. Number 4 on this list is Kentucky, formerly what was known as the Beer Barrel Rivalry, and that was they were that there was a wooden beer barrel painted half blue and half orange, which was awarded to the winner of the game every year from 1925 to 1997. This rivalry is very lopsided. Tennessee's got 85 wins, Kentucky's got 26, and there have been 9 ties. I don't care about that. It's the beer barrel uh, rivalry, even though they had to quit doing that because, well, some players got stupid, um, got drunk, and did stupid things. But this game has been getting played since 1893, first time. And Tennessee lost the first one, 56 to nothing. Next year we came back and beat, or in 1899 we came back and beat them 12 to nothing. Uh, But this has been a good rivalry. I know Kentucky fans get up for it. This is when I was living in Kentucky, the Kentucky fans got up for this game. This is a big game, and let me tell you, well worth the fan bases getting that hyped up for it. So that's Kentucky. Now, the last game that I think we need to keep as a rivalry, even though this is a fifth one, Alabama, Bandy, of course, but and possibly Florida, but Georgia is another team that we need to consider keeping the rivalry. And it's a lot closer than most people think. Tennessee's got 23 wins, Georgia's got 29 wins, and there have been 2 ties. This game's been getting played since November 11th, 1899. This is one of those old school games. Both teams have traded back and forth. Till Kirby Smart got there, this was not a guaranteed win for Georgia. And Tennessee has got to get to the point that they can beat Georgia. This is one of those teams. You've got to keep the teams you can win. But then again, though, some of the games that have been in this one, 1980, Georgia, who trailed 15-0, rallied back behind Herschel Walker, who on his first collegiate touchdown ran right over Tennessee defender Bill Bates. Bill Bates was a legend. He played for Dallas Cowboys. Georgia would go on to win 16-15 in the first victory in an undefeated national championship season. 95, the game was tied 27-27. Georgia missed a field goal. Peyton Manning took the ball down to within 40 yards, and we kicked the game-winning ball on that one. This is, I mean, the games that you look at with this rivalry, yes, this is a rivalry. Um, and I think that this is another one of those. I mean, you're talking about Vince Dooley, you're talking General Neyland, just so many good games in this. So many people today want to talk about, oh, we've got to get ready for the college football playoffs. No, what we need to get ready for is to have good football games all throughout the season. If we don't have those good football games, people are just going to get to the point where they don't want to go to the home games. They won't want to do anything. They're just going to watch during the season as just they're going don't care about the football playoffs. The playoffs will come if you're a good team. Georgia showed that last year. Tennessee showed that last year. All the teams that went to the playoffs, I think basically showed that, even though I think Clemson was probably the not the one that you wanted in there, but they won their uh, conference championship. Tennessee has got long traditions with several schools. These 5 that I've listed, I mean Alabama, that one is just I've gotten a chance to watch Bear Bryant and General Neyland games. I didn't get to watch them in person because that was before my time, but those were amazing games. You take a look at Vince Dooley games, or you take a look at Okay, so the Bandy games may not seem like that much anymore. Clark Lee's making that team into something more. You take a look at Kentucky, those fans get up for that game. And I think that what it does for them is good for the entire conference. And then you take a look at the Georgia matchup. That's a lot closer than most people figure because, yeah, Tennessee's had way too many down years. Now that we're getting better, that's a more contested rivalry. So you tell me what you think. Do you agree with my list? But these are the five that I honestly think mean a little bit more when it comes to rivalry games. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.
I want to thank you for watching my video. And if you like what you saw, like, subscribe, and comment. Y'all have a good day now.